There's an old phrase that goes, careful what you wish for. This chapter reassures that the series would never go with your way, no matter how nice and wishful thinking it is. On a positive light, this was a very thrilling, action-packed chapter that should leave fans celebrated. But the end justifies the mean. Well, not really, but it certainly caused the fans to lose their mind in sadness and anger. Let me start off by saying that the chapter titles is a huge giveaway to the reveal of that creature from the last chapter. Hell, I was like, okay, I already know who that monster is. Thanks, Ishida. I was a bit anxious to see the reveal despite already knowing, because when it comes to this series, you can't be so certain about everything. After the chapter, I won't think of a happy place for a long time. There is a brief scene with Kaneki and Ayato to let the audience know their next destination. They're heading to A20, which is the vast underground beneath the 19th ward. Basically, it does scream for Kaneki to fight against Furuta and maybe Rize? Wouldn't that be overpowering Kaneki, especially if Rize is to believe to be the same level as him? Either way, that's their destination, and it won't be for another chapter or so to focus with them entirely. Right now, we got some intense kaiju battle approaching. I did tell myself to wait for the next chapter to get a better view of that monster. And my wish was granted. The monster is the owl, Kagaja form and all. You don't even need Uri to say it to know what that is. The design is every shape and form that resembles owl. Only difference is the face, and the size is larger than before. Therefore, we can safely say that it is Eto behind that monstrosity, and the theory can now close. Right? The action kicks off with the owl strikes first in great devastation. It's been a while watching the investigator get dismembered, like some finale of a series that decides to kill Earth completely. It's rather bone-chilling, and I love it. Watching a kaiju-esque scene in motion against normal people with no tanks or any heavy artillery is brutal stuff. It is how the scene starts off with that "you gotta be shitting me" vibe to a massacre that got me thrilled. All well presented in those use of distorted effect and onslaught display in each panel. It does seem clear that Ishida is ready to kill off many characters before entering the next part of the series, Atlas Part 3. Granted, I can't confirm it with one scene, but Misato appears to be killed off with the rest of others behind her. All the firepower didn't work on it, only for it to fire back. If she did die, look at it this way, she didn't get dismembered. It is an indication that this is the part where Ishida roll called the characters and killed them off. Prepare yourself. The preparation before engaging combat with Owl is very engaging. Got me really hyped for this intense battle. It reflects that Shinohara and Koreiwa are no longer with them. Hiroko can't even assist Uri as he is handling this one strong V guy. So the pressure on Uri has gone up tremendously. From here on out, it's time for Uri to take in charge of this beast. It was a nice added touch, with him reciting the similar line about Kawa from his last encounter with Owl. I really like the whole formation scene with Uri in charge and gather men as many as he can. It does highlight the number of characters in the field, tracking them for possible death or survivor when the smoke clears out. It's riveting to see nearly everyone helping Uri out with the sensation that can best describe as calm before storm. It has that finale feeling towards it, especially since CCG's #1 target has been centering on Hour for a long time. It's like finishing the fight scenario. It will finally end with this. It's great to see Shu and other ghouls to help out Uri with this as well. Not only Uri has evolved to a bona fide leader, but he has grown to appreciate the ghoul's aids for the human. The days of when he was a hater are nearly, if not entirely, over. A touching yet possible omen scene is before he roar cry. He remembers Hariru and Arima, lending him courage one more time. I am aware of this call a mean death flag, and yes, it has been raised. Will he die? It depends if Ishida has more subplots in mind. The chapter then focused to Hiroko versus a V guy. It's possible that it's the leader, Kaiko, though it's not really confirmed at this time. For now, I'll call him Kaiko until further notice. The fight isn't just with Hiroko. Takeomi, Ito, and Yusa are joining in to assist him. From there on, we get a round of great battle with solid teamwork and fearsome intensity. Kaiko is proven to be a serious foe with his impressive invasive maneuvers while taking on 4 men at once. As swift the investigators are here, he is quick on his feet with those 2 swords, blocking and dodging moves swiftly. Ito tries to sneak attack, but Kaiko got some impressive sensor to detect ambush and cut him with ease. Takeomi comes in to attack when he was in recovering process, only to block it with his little sword or dagger. Close call. I thought it was cool when he tosses that small sword in the air and tried to strike her with his other sword, and then the small one lands right on the shoulder. That was clever. The main highlight of the battle is when Yusa and Hiroko step in. It's worth mentioning that Kaiko is pretty taunting with his words, rubbing in people's faces with his smart-ass remarks. Maybe because of recent anime, but I can't help but imagine him with Frieza's voice. It was getting close for someone to be killed off, and Yusa is the last victim to struggle to survive. Interestingly enough, Kaiko was responsible for training Arima, so that led him to mock Yusa for being nowhere near his level. Well, thank God Yusa wasn't having it and then stabs right on his foot. The way how it sets up for the finishing blow is dramatic, though rightfully so. Kaiko was so close to kill them off, and Yusa is the future generation that lives with the name of Arima. Hiroko passing him the weapon to finish the job was sweet. Yusa swings and off Kaiko's face, like really split his head apart. It was brutal yet satisfying. The kid deserved the honor and a medal of greatness. I guess if I do call that V guy Kaiko, it would mean the V organization main leader has died, right? The chapter returns back to the team that is fighting the owl and is getting to the breaking point with Kagane dissolving, and they have to attack before they all get wiped out. That is until Banjo comes with an assist to recover them. You got to love Shu's appreciation. This whole battleground is well coordinated with everyone helping out like one crazy main boss in an MMORPG. It's riveting as hell. Once they are told to aim for the neck, that's where Suzuya becomes the star. Thank you, Attack on Titan. But seriously, how great it is to see everyone cooperating to take out the owl. It was damn great for Uri to use his Quinque and make an opening path for Suzuya to take it out for good. When you combine this scene and the one with the V, it makes a really inspiring and gratifying moment of triumphant. It's a good feel moment that I would love it to be completely true. If anything, this chapter was outstanding with great characters evolution, exciting scenarios with slick action, and plenty of satisfaction. Then we got to the final scene. The atmosphere of the fanbase reminds me of my days in wrestling. Actually, it can be said for anything. Have you ever encountered a moment that you was like, oh my god, this is nearly perfect. I love everything about it. And when you reach to the end, last moment is what overrides your thought and can't compute anything else. Well, this chapter has done that. Not me personally. I thought it was mind-crushing and frightening cliffhanger. Basically, we may have known who the monster is with the chapter's title, but never thought this would be the case at all. It's Eto alright, just headless, that's all. People wish for her. They shall be granted, but not like this. I have read people saying that it's not her, and it could be someone else, notably Haru. Now, let me play 2 sides of the coin. To begin with, let's say it is Haru's body instead. This does make sense on the account of Uri getting the main focus. It would be a cruel fate for him to face his old friend like this. It would align with his development, so I can see where people think of this. It also makes sense since it's only a body and the head's placement is placed with a cross. Clearly, this is Donato's work. The timing is on the fan side. That said, I do think otherwise as well. Eto has disappeared for a long time, so this revelation, while brutal, is shocking. It does make sense with her being placed here as well, but under different circumstances. It was highlighted to be CCG's send-off to finally defeat Ao after so many tries. Now Uri will grant that victory. Let's be honest, part 3 is inevitable at this point, unless Ishida really wanted to end it by rushing every subplot and whatnot, but I doubt that was gonna happen. So if Uri lives and win, there's room for more developments, and taking out Owl will be a start. Haruo could somehow come in play, but maybe in part 3, I don't know. It depends on Ishida if he has thrown the idea out of the window or not, but we have to wait and see. The point is, CCG is yet again facing the recurring threat. You're probably wondering, what about her head then? Donato is using his cross to control it somehow, so say if Eto was alive and conscient, she won't obey these clowns, so why not decapitate her and replace it with a remote control? The most possible giveaway is the title E.T. While it is brilliant from Ishida, it freaking hurts like hell, because not only is it an indication of a headless, hence missing O, but it is a reference to Noro, who once called Noroi. Damn! The only question for both scenarios will be the missing head. The other possibility is Donato created a clone of Eto. His capability is left in vague in a way. Like, how much can he copy a person in terms of ability and such? It must be intentional from Ishida to leave us hanging. Honestly, I would just wait longer and see how this unfolds. It would ease your mind. Eventually, we will learn the actual story behind this owl. The chapter as a whole was a lot of fun and excitement that clearly got overshadowed by the end, at least to the fans. The sensation of terror is well portrayed. The preparation of Uri and his men before the battle was exciting to read through their contribution and dedication. The action was engaging and thrilling with really cool moments. The artwork was very solid with its effect and action set pieces. The ending was something that threw me off entirely, and it only got worse with Kaiko reattaching his face like nothing. All I know is we are about to see a lot of bodies hit the floor next. And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. I said enough. What do you think it is? Eto? Haru? Something else? We'll see. We'll see. Either we're in denial or we're just in a one big nightmare. What do you think of the chapter? Share your thoughts in the comment. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.